To get a better understanding of the historic Garfield district, we interviewed 4 stakeholders on current and prior conditions of the neighborhood.
Driving down 7th Street McKinley at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in a car and calling a realtor sitting in my vehicle in front of the building, not being able to get out because of the gang influence.
When I first moved in, there was kind of a spike in activity, some gang and some maybe related to gang activity, but it was a lot of younger gangbangers just kind of wreaking havoc in the area.
Middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday and I can't get out of my car.
There are always nooks and crannies, streets, street corners more likely, where kids kind of congregate.
The biggest issue, the biggest concern is graffiti. Just like in most other neighborhoods in this area, the big concern is the growing in graffiti.
And a guy that spends a lot of time down here, we've had a resurgence of gang influence in certain parts of Garfield. But I'll tell you what, our community development officer over here works very close with Garfield, and they've done a good job of stifling all that out.
A lot of the gang arrests and all recently, or in the last couple of years, have been with the help of the citizens.
Next, we discuss some important areas within the neighborhood that allow residents and non-residents to congregate and mingle.
I guess Verde Park. It's not necessarily a business, but that's been a place where a lot of people go gather. It's been a positive place.
It's a very good mix. The Alwyn House is an established art space, gallery, a meeting center for over 20 years now on the corner of 12th and Roosevelt. And those are some folks that you definitely want to talk to.
That we purchased in 1971. This was built in 1912. He took it over and adaptively reused it for a gallery and community center since 1971. And it's quite an interesting experience to see newbies and folks that keep coming back. And
you've got a very well-known taco shop,
Rito's. I've heard of that.
You go there and you've got suit and tie businessmen Monday through Friday.
Just in there having lunch and
the food is excellent. That place has been around forever.
Unfortunately, no longer existing was the Welcome Diner up here on Roosevelt and 10th Street. And it's a small little thing, but it became this meeting point. It's just something where everyone from the community came together. Like there was people of all demographics going there to get a burger and just hang out.
According to the stakeholders we interviewed, the First Friday Art Walk is one of the most important and dynamic elements that has drastically influenced the Garfield district.
The people that move in here know they're moving into the place that's near the Art Walk. That's always a question. As a landlord, I'll post that I'll talk about that in my ad descriptions.
I'm more excited. I don't see that as a problem, but I'm very excited by the influx of artists that are moving into the neighborhood. We're kind of shocked to hear from realtors that own land in both Coronado and Garfield that's describing Garfield as a place where he's trying to get them to stay up in Coronado. He says, oh no, they want to move down here in Garfield where it's an art.
Recently, I'm seeing in the past 6 months, for the first time, I'm seeing cars from the Art Walk park all the way down in front of my house, which is new. Like it's growing, it's becoming a larger and larger thing. I just recently learned it's the largest recurring street fair in America.
You go on first Friday of the month now. I went this past month. You got 15,000 people walking up and down Roosevelt, to the point where they close Roosevelt at 3 o'clock and reopen at 1 a.m.
Despite gang and graffiti influence, the historic Garfield district continues to display resilience through common meeting areas, unique businesses, and the First Friday Art Walk. This neighborhood is well on its way.
This is a mixed neighborhood. You've got a little bit of everything. And the minute it becomes too much of one is when it becomes real boring.
And help in any way we can. And they have to do the same way, kind of help us so we can help them.